Great morning, everyone. Hope everyone is having a peachy morning. Today we're just gonna make a quick video on. By the way, I got the six back. Six is back in full effect. Still hearing like a little bit of noise at 80 miles an hour. Sound like something's maybe loose, but I think it's because I'm missing a fender liner here. I don't know if y'all could see that. I'm missing a fender liner. So I think that's why I'm getting a lot of wind noise at 75 and 80, but it actually drives better than it did when I first got it. When I first got the car, it had 22s on it, and I put 20s on it, and I just recently, with these back wheels, put bigger tires on the back. The problem was with this car is I would rent this car out, and this car was almost prone for rim damage, like almost all the time. Every other renter, someone was messing up the rails, and it's usually the back wheels. And because I had, really skinny tires, I'm taking it. That's part of my reason why. But I just put bigger tires on. I'm just glad to have it back because the 6 Series is one of my top renters, especially this one. And it's actually my favorite car out of my whole fleet to drive on a daily basis. So getting to what this video is about, is my top 5 cars I plan on purchasing this year for TURO rentals and get around and hire a car and yada yada yada. The very first car is a Tesla Model 3. Teslas are getting extremely popular, and as they add more power stations and fast charging units, I think I'm gonna finally go over to the electric side. I've been putting it off. I've had plenty of opportunities to buy Teslas. It's just when you got multiple cars and you think about that one extra step of, charging something, that's something I just feel like myself, I personally would have forgot to do. Or, like someone wants to rent my Tesla. I don't have the conduit hooked up in my garage. I gotta take it somewhere, and I just didn't want to do all that. But they've added some, I know, in my area. So, and I think I might go ahead and add the conduit to my garage. I think it's just about that time. And the perfect car to start with is the Tesla Model 3. You can get these damn things with damn near almost no miles on them for $40,000 to $38,000. And you're talking about less maintenance because all it is a big ass battery. Which also has me interested because I won't lie, I'm scared of Christmas lights, on my vehicles. That's something I'm always hoping I don't see, especially when it comes to like my Range Rovers and my S-Class. Like, I'm terrified of check engine lights, even though they're under warranty. So Tesla Model 3 is for sure coming to the channel and coming to the rentals. Next up is a Jeep Gladiator. This market for the Jeep Gladiator is, there's people that hate it and there's people that love it. It's extremely controversial, especially if you're looking at the Rubicons and the long bed, but I actually love them. But if I am to get a Jeep Gladiator, I have to find a custom one. I don't want one that's stock. I want someone who's already done the work, like for instance, like a Jeep Wrangler. You can buy a customized, souped up Jeep Wrangler for the same price as a new one, damn near. They got some that even look like damn G-Wagons out here with the right setup, and they're starting to do that with the Gladiators. That's why I didn't jump on a Gladiator in the beginning, because in order to get a Gladiator or Jeep Wrangler the way that I want it, it's going to take massive amount of money, especially in the tires and wheels department and the lift kit department, which I just couldn't see myself doing. I can see myself doing custom stuff to my Mustang, or, rims for the S-Class or rims for the 6, or, tinting the windows. But paying for lift kits and rim and tire packages on a Jeep, hell no. You're talking about, a nice set, something that don't look cheap. You're talking about $2,500 to $3,000 for a good set. and and a pretty good lift kit, you're looking at about at least $1,000. So I didn't want to spend $4,000 or $5,000 on just a wheel set, and I still got to do the cosmetics like change out the lights and change out the grill. So I'm gonna try to find me one extremely custom. Next car on the list is a Alfa Romeo 4C. I've always loved this little zippy ass car. It's like a go-kart on steroids. I just absolutely love the 4Cs. And my first gripe about them was I felt like they was too small until I saw one in person, in like this frost white, and it wasn't as small as I thought it was. And the design is timeless. Like, they're not coming out with any new ones. They just discontinued it. I think they discontinued the hardtop. I think they're still selling the spiders, but they're not planning on refreshing the vehicle, which gives it more of a timeless design, and I think will be in my fleet for a long time as long as someone doesn't total the car out. I'm definitely highly interested in the 4Cs, for sure. I mean, it's just cool looking to me, man. It's one of them things where, you just got that one car, people are going to be asking, like, why the hell do you get that? That's that car for me. Everyone has a car like that where I remember having an employee, man, and he had a week where he made I think $3,000 in like a week, and he was just having a super great month. And I asked him, I said, oh man, you about ready to get your car? What kind of car you want? He said, oh man, a PT Cruiser. What? PT Cruiser? What the fuck? What you want a PT Cruiser for? But that was his, that's his thing. That's that one car he wants that no one's not going to understand. It's the same thing for me with the 4C. The 4C is it just has a lot of sex appeal to me. I just absolutely love it. The next car on my list is a BMW i8. They've gone significantly down in value. I was never, when the i8s first came out, I had the privilege of having one for like 2 weeks, and I actually loved the car. Besides it having, underwhelming power, you couldn't deny the looks of an i8. As soon as you put up an i8, especially one with nice custom wheels, you are fitting in right with the Lamborghini owners, right with the Ferrari owners. As soon as those doors come up, it don't matter. People are giving you your props, even if your car sounds like a fucking Sentra, when it's going as fast as it possibly can. I know BMWs, so I knew that the depreciation was going to hit these cars really extremely hard in a few years, and I'm right. You can now pick up some i8s for like around $46,000, $47,000, with less than 50, 60,000 miles on it. I found like 4 in just Georgia, period. And I was going to get it before I got the S-Class, but I decided to go with the S-Class instead. But the one is definitely coming. It has the right sex appeal. The BMW i8 in Atlanta, see, i8 in like a place like Miami, not really as a big deal, but in Atlanta, any Maserati logo, any BMW i8s, people absolutely love them here. I will be getting an i8 just for the sex appeal, as far as I'm sorry, it's an airplane distracted me. I will be getting an i8 for my luxury line. They do extremely well here in Atlanta. All i8s I see are renting out. I've never seen an i8 not rent out. I predict it's going to be just as good as my Corvette. I'll probably be renting in it for about $299 to $220 a day. So I'm excited to get the i8. Now, my number one car on my list is the brand new 2020 Corvette Stingray mid-engine. That shouldn't have been a surprise. I absolutely, what's that noise? I'm sorry, guys. I still get really distracted when I'm filming outside. But the the Corvette 2020, I want it in red with like a toffee leather, or yellow with black leather. Something's telling me to wait till the Z06s come out, but I can't miss this wave. If you're thinking about doing Turo, Get Around, or what else, there's no car that's going to be more profitable in 2020 than the new Corvette. And you're going to be able to rent that out at any freaking price point, bro. Any freaking price point. Because there's not going to be a lot of them available for rent. Enterprise may get a couple. Hertz may get a couple. But that's really about it. If you got them on Turo, it don't matter. It's not going to really matter what state you're in. The minute people see that damn car, they're going to be hitting you up. I plan on renting out one for about $3.99 a day, probably $4.99 a day. Once the spring and summer hit, I'm super excited about it. I just hope I don't get too delayed, and that's because I've been hearing that GM is still slow in production. They're missing the mark as far as having people's deliveries. So it is my number one priority, but I'm not going to let GM stress me out. So I highly plan on getting one. If I don't get one, I'm probably going to replace that with a 911 until like the Z06 models come out. But I really highly doubt that I missed that wave. I don't think I'm going to care how much I have to pay for it. I'm going to get it because it's going to be an extremely profitable car. So guys, those are my top 5 cars that I will be adding to my to my fleet as far as luxury cars. Of course, I'll be adding plenty of economy cars, but y'all probably not interested in that. And if y'all is, I'll probably make a video on best economy cars to get for the business. But right now we just talk about luxury. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Glad to share y'all my list of my experiences, and look forward to more cars coming to the channel really soon. And we'll start filming while we're inside the cars. It's just I'm still trying to get used to kind of, being on front of camera, remember my thoughts, and getting everything out and still being informative at the same time. And I'm a paranoid guy, so anytime I hear a little noise, I gotta look over, like I'm just always on my shit. But more stuff is coming to the channel, guys. I really appreciate you guys subscribing, and look forward to seeing y'all in the future. All right.